everyone. Sick and tired here. Do you like? I got a custom shirt made. I got it off Amazon. I thought, let me just order one, see how I like it. I don't think it's bad. I like it. I think the writing's cute. I like the colors. It looks a little crooked though, doesn't it? Kind of like, You know, I have one boob that's bigger than the other, so maybe it's just, I don't know. But it looks a little crooked to me. Regardless, I love it. I think it just makes me look very, very official. So I am back from a weeks-long vacation to the Caribbean. And if you guys are interested, I'm gonna have a video up this week just showing the pictures and the videos of our adventure there. I hope you guys like it. I know it's not something we usually do, but I thought I would love to share just kind of our adventure that we had. I'd love to share with you guys. I think the video looks, I look kind of creepy. Is it just me? Maybe it's just the way I look in my camera. It's really early. I don't film this early, but I'm on like Puerto Rico time now, so which is like 3 hours ahead of us. So I got up really early today. So I feel like the video looks weird because it's like still kind of dark out. I don't know, it looks weird to me. Anyway, but for today's video, we are going to be reading 3 emails from our viewers about their experience, their childhood experience with their narcissistic parents. If you would like to share your own story about your bad parents growing up, you can email me at samanthafisher1984@gmail.com. I do want to just say I have a lot of emails to share, and so I will get to your story eventually. It won't be right away, but I will email you when your story has been featured on the channel. If you are enjoying my content, please consider subscribing and turning on notifications and liking and all that fabulous stuff. That way you never miss your weekly support group. Hi Sam, I watched a video you posted on January 21st and thought I'd add 2 of my shit stories. I do have several, as my childhood/teenage years were not good. I'm willing to share more, but only if you're okay with it. I know the 2 I wrote below are upsetting. Yes, I'm okay with it. Unfortunately, the first thing I can remember about my father is him beating me. I was probably no older than 4 years old. I hated drinking liquid medicine. The taste often made me throw up. My mom hated that I would throw up my medicine, as this meant I couldn't just simply take more and I'd be more dehydrated. My father was a stay-at-home dad and was trapped taking care of me anytime I was sick. My mom worked night shifts and had to sleep during the day. So he was, babysitting his kids. I remember so often tasting cherry medicine, gagging, and then throwing up. To this day, I can't enjoy anything cherry flavored. I remember each time I threw up, my dad would literally beat my ass. I think the time that sticks out the most was when I threw up on him, and he took a belt out and started spanking my as hard as he could. Of course I cried. I was maybe in preschool, not kindergarten, so maybe I was younger than 4. I distinctly remember my mom leaning into the doorway and watching me scream and cry as he hit me. She didn't do anything but blankly stare. I guess I was loud enough to wake her up. Either that or my dad was screaming at me so loud as he hit me that he did. I think shortly after that particular time that he spanked me was the time I was at a Walmart with the 2 of them. I kept physical distance from my dad at this point. I remember my dad looking at something on a shelf, and I tried getting my mom's attention as we went an aisle over. I mumbled through tears that I hated my dad. I don't know why I was crying. I just remember struggling to get the words out. I hated my dad too. My mom looked horrified that I said that. We're talking worse than shocked Pikachu. She grabbed my arm roughly, enough that it hurt, and she dragged me back over to him. She started screaming at me to apologize to him. I don't even think he heard me say that I hated him, but after sobbing and choking on my sobs, I did apologize for saying that I hated him. My mom pulled the
"You can't just say sorry, you have to say what for,"
when I originally kept telling him that I was sorry. After saying that I was sorry for hating him, I think that's when I developed the tendency to cry when very frustrated. My dad looked at me like he wanted to beat my ass in the middle of the Walmart. My mom then started demanding that I tell my father that I loved him. I sobbed harder, shaking my head. I don't know who did it. One of them did slap my head though. I don't think I could see from the tears. I know that a lot of you are probably going to disagree with me, but sometimes I feel like a smack on the head, that felt more disrespectful sometimes than actually getting spanked.
Come on, hurry up. Say something. Spit it out. Don't be dumb.
And that's kind of how it felt to me anyway. I remember after sobbing for a while, I mustered out "I don't hate you, Dad. I don't know why I said that. I love you. I don't know why I said I hate you, Dad. You just beat me all the time. I don't know why I said it." My dad looked so satisfied that had come out of me, and he walked away all smug. I wanted nothing nothing more than to collapse now that it was over, but my mom started yanking my arm and dragging me out of the store. I don't remember what it was like when I got home. I know that nowadays people would have stopped and intervened. I know this shit was not normal, but I was born in the 90s and we were from a small, awful town. I know that no one really batted an eye to this or were locked in the bystander effect. When I started unpacking this shit in therapy, I was told over and over again that parents doing this shit isn't normal and that it is okay to be angry and resentful for it. Even if it was my mom, even if it was my dad, no one should hit or embarrass me in public like that, but it would be a long time before I'd be okay. I'm very sorry you had to go through that. Yes, I know about getting yelled at and embarrassed in public, when you're very young, and it screws you up. It breaks your spirit. I'm glad you're in therapy. That always makes me happy when you guys write in and let me know that you are getting help. We would love an update. We'd love to hear from you. You said it would be a long time before you'd be okay, but we would love to hear that journey from then to where you are now. Hi, Samantha. Just wanted to say first before I write all this out, I love your channel, and I really appreciate having a community to come and share the things most people don't want to talk about. YouTube doesn't really like us talking about it either. I'd like to stay anonymous, but for story's sake, the name Cat is fine. I'm the oldest of 5 siblings. All of us are on the neurodivergent spectrum. Second oldest has severe level 3 autism. This will matter later. My parents both came from not so great upbringings on opposite ends of a spectrum. Dad's parents strict, mom's lax. My mom is possibly narcissistic or maybe BPD. It's hard to tell since she's fired every therapist she's ever had when they get that far. So she's only had a label of depression. Growing up with my parents was hard. As the oldest, I was expected from a very young age to take part in caretaking responsibilities. I was also expected to be the role model, and any kind of normal child misbehavior was never unpunished. Think fighting with a sibling over a toy. Basically, I was forced to be a parent. Responsibilities only increased with age. My mom was weirdly obsessed with my body image and what I ate, like a lot of other people have mentioned. Yes, yes, yes. What is the deal with that? I don't know what that connection is there between a narcissist and obsessing about people's bodies. I've talked before about how my mom made me tan and how it's given me that's why I always wear my glasses. Like, I'll never get contacts because I have so many age spots under my eyes from just getting so sunburnt throughout my whole life. And I've freckled really bad on my shoulders and stuff too. That's why I don't really like to wear cutoff shirts. My skin's damaged. My mom also made me join Weight Watchers with her when I was 15 and start going to the gym as well. And the thing that's crazy too is I wasn't even chubby. I've always been more on the fuller side, I guess. But in high school, I looked great because I was in cross country. I was a competitive runner. And so I didn't understand why my mom was forcing me at the time. I just thought I wasn't skinny enough. And that's why I had to do all these things. But now that I look back, I think my weight was just fine. But again, these were only my rules as my siblings all got to eat however much whenever. I wasn't allowed to wear a 2-piece swimsuit, but my sisters could. It was awful. And it often left me wondering why only me. Yeah, I feel that one. I feel that one in my heart. My mom also was an OG unschooler. Took me out of school shortly after kinder, and none of us went to school until about 6th grade or so. All siblings went to school except me. Mind you, I wasn't learning a damn thing at home. No programs, no books, nothing. Yikes. By around 8th grade year, I was extremely depressed and started self-harming. When my mom found out, she told me not to do it and not to tell my dad. I asked her for help because I was really not doing well mentally, and she said I could get therapy as soon as another planned procedure for another family member was completed. About 3 months later, I have a mental breakdown due to being manipulated by a online. Oh my gosh. Due to being so socially isolated, I got myself into bad situations for attention and validation. I ended up in the hospital for SI. I'm assuming that means intervention, and was given a choice of a week in a mental hospital or home. I chose the hospital. I will never forget the way my mom looked down on me in the hospital bed. like I was disgusting or something. Thank God my aunt loved me and never left my side. After the stint in the hospital, my parents decided to make my life even harder by throwing me headfirst into high school. No tutoring or placement assessing, just F you, good luck. I failed every single class and neither parent cared or tried to help me. I truly felt like my parents didn't care about me beyond however they could use me. I met a guy in school 5 years, my senior, and in my desperation to get away, begged my parents to sign off on a marriage at 15 years old. They did, so I was a child bride at 15. Wow. This is here in America, by the way. The relationship was extremely abusive, and I basically had to manipulate my way out of it because dude would threaten to off himself if I left. I did get out at 17 and went back home to my parents. They said they'd be there for me. I kind of believed that. Then about 2 months later, my parents have marriage problems and temporarily move out of the house, leaving me alone to live and work there. I meet my now husband around this time and we do our own thing, cutting contact to very minimal to none the next couple years. Then when I was 19, my mom and I reconnected. We came out to the next state over for her wedding and it was great. I was so happy. I finally was able to have this relationship with my mom. We were there a week and she asked us to come stay with her because she missed me and wanted us to live closer to all the family. This was around the COVID time and we were worried about what was happening in our own state, so we thought, why not take the chance? We packed our whole lives up and quit our jobs. Whoa! We made a stop to say goodbye to my husband's family and continue on to my mom's. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hindsight is always 2020, right? And I'm reading this going, this is a horrible idea. I hope I'm wrong, but I have a feeling I'm not. To just move houses, quit your jobs, pack up everything, just on faith alone that things are going to be better. My mom finds out we stopped to say goodbye and absolutely loses her mind. Even her new partner was confused and telling us not to worry. They'd help us if anything happened. And they didn't. Wait. I'm confused. What? My mom finds out we stopped to say goodbye to your in-laws. She lost her mind. Even her new partner was confused and telling us not to worry. They'd help us if anything happened. Hint, they didn't. If anything happened, like what? We get back to my mom's and all hell breaks loose. They are throwing picture frames, glass all over, and shoving each other around. I'd literally never seen my mom this batshit. All because you wanted to stop and say goodbye to your husband's family? It's already like we shouldn't have done this. She threw my shit against a wall and put her hands on me and my little sister. I tried to call for mental health services, but due to the area we lived, the best we could get was police. They arrived and my mom manipulates the hell out of this story, so much so, she describes herself as a lion backed into a corner and tells the cops she felt threatened by me, even though she's taller and heavier than I am. The cops arrested me, and I told her then to never effing speak to me again. The charges were false and couldn't be proved, so they were dropped, and I haven't spoken to my mom in about 5 or 6 years now. She still tries to creep on my life, but has never tried to call, and I bet she's never tried to apologize either. And the one time she tried to reconcile, she just insulted me the whole time.
I'm dead inside.
It was hard at first. Most of my family backed her up, and I was a bit of a black sheep for a while. But over the years, the tables have turned. My aunt and grandma no longer have a relationship with her and have apologized for the ways they invalidated me. This was a hard story to share because it was so damn traumatic, but I really wanted other people to hear it, especially the part about being a child bride. It's hard to find stories to relate to, and I hope if anyone's gone through what I have, they can heal and learn to live a healthier, freer life. Thanks again for hearing us all and being our safe space. You have no idea how amazing it feels to be validated in this kind of hurt. Oh, P.S. I never finished high school, and if you could please plug Unchained at last, it's a nonprofit for victims of child marriage / forced marriage. It would mean the world to me and other girls who have been silenced. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Amazing. I've never even heard of it. I'm going to check it out. And I will also put the link to the website in the description down below for you to check out. So thank you so much for that. And I'm sorry about everything that you've been through. Again, like I said with the last one, I'd love an update. I'm really glad that your aunt and your grandma apologized to you, and that's great. So yeah, let us know how you're doing. When I was little, my mom and dad used to fight a lot, and by the time I was 8, they got a divorce. I lived with my mom and saw my dad every Tuesday and every other weekend. Living with my mom was bad, but at the time, I just thought that was normal. A lot of us did. My mom would make us clean, and if me and my sister didn't do all, she would hit us or ground us. When my dad dropped us off on Sundays, I would get bad stomach pains. Now I know that was from anxiety. My mom had a lot of issues. I remember her being mad at me and telling me she was going to kill herself, and I would find her dead when I got back from school. It became so normal that I wouldn't be afraid anymore. I was 9 years old and my sister was 11. Sometimes she didn't talk to us for a couple of days and left. We learned how to cook for ourselves. My mom's cooking was microwaved chicken. How? How do you even do that? I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know that was possible. Microwaved rice and microwaved eggs. Oh my gosh. And to this day, she is proud of that. Oh, she would threaten us with having to work and having to pay for school. My dad paid for school, our house, and child support. He would work the Saturdays he wasn't with us. Anyways, when I turned 12, I told my mom that I wish I lived with my dad, and she told me to leave then. I filled my backpack and called my dad to pick me up after school. My sister didn't want to go, but followed me anyway. I liked living with my dad, and he fought for custody. My dad's lawyer didn't think my mom would accept that. He was surprised when my mom did and offered full custody to my dad if she had to pay less child support. My dad accepted. My sister still tried to keep contact with our mom. I didn't talk to her for a year or so. When my sister got home, she would cry because my mom was sad for not seeing me. She would tell my sister that I was better than her and make her sad. What the hell? What the hell's wrong with your mom? Once she told my sister to tell me that I had to see her because she was pregnant. When I refused, she told me she lost the baby. I don't believe she was pregnant to this day. That's an interesting one that I've seen here ever since I started this channel. A lot of moms saying that they're pregnant when they're not. Has that ever happened to you? That's a wild one. I guess just for attention, right? We eventually moved into my dad's house where we used to live with my mom. She got rid of everything. She threw away our beds, toys, clothes, pictures, etc. I had to sleep on a mattress on the floor in an empty room until my dad bought me new things. Eventually, I started to have contact with my mom. It was always difficult, and we didn't talk about what happened. Never do. They never want to talk about it. Never. Just pretends like it never existed. At the beginning of the pandemic, I was 21. My mom was unemployed and she got COVID. She couldn't eat for 2 weeks after, and it kept being dismissed as pre-COVID symptoms. Turns out she had cancer in the uterus. She went to a surgery and chemo. She is okay now. During this time, my dad got very bad depression after his second divorce. He would get angry all the time. He would hit stuff, and it reached a point where I was afraid of him. Oh no, not dad. He would come into my room at night and scream at me. I started to fail a lot of classes because of this, and he began to be very paranoid too, saying we were conspiring against him, and my sister and I were trying to make him look inferior by disrespecting him. This is the same dad that got custody of you guys, right? I had to tie my hair because he screamed at me when he found one of my curls on the floor and said I dropped it there intentionally. I tried to tell him I don't feel when my hair falls. He called me a liar. What? I started to block my door at night when we realized he wouldn't sleep at night and self-medicated with antidepressants. He would think that I was out to get him then because my hair falls out like crazy. I found a lost kitten. She was 2 months old. I was in a very, very bad mental place while living with my dad, but this kitten gave me so much joy and a purpose. My dad wanted to get rid of it, but I just couldn't. Oh, please tell me nothing happened to this poor kitty. Eventually, mom started to get ill. I decided to leave my dad and go live with my mom. I know my dad is a good person and he cares about me, but you have to understand that I was not in a good place and I had serious concerns about my safety. No, I understand. I got a job and helped my mom with bills. I hated living with her. She would throw glass at the floor and I had to clean it up and many, many other things. I took care of the house while I worked and took online classes at uni. Is that UNI or uni? Not that long after, my dad tried to kill himself and told me it was my fault for leaving. After he started therapy, but still self-medicating. He didn't talk to me for a while. I felt really alone. I had only my boyfriend for support. He is the greatest person and helped me as much as he could. Sadly, because of COVID, I didn't see him for almost a year and had a long-distance relationship. I developed very bad depression and tried to kill myself. When my mom found out, she said,
"Now I have to be stuck with you."
"Oh, that's great." One day I saw another cat with an injured leg and very thin. I took her home and to the vet. I love my cats and they mean so much to me. Eventually my depression got worse and I could not do many of my house chores. My mom saw this and tried to hit me. I grabbed her hand and said, if you do that, I will call the cops. She told me she would put my cats in a bag and throw them on the highway. I knew she meant it. Once she got mad at my dad and threw Clorox in his fish tank. So my dad had to watch his fish die. No. Oh my gosh, I love fishes. How you feel about kitties? How most of the world feels about kitties? I love kitties too, but I love fish. That would destroy me. He's had fishes since he was 13, and the next day she gifted him a new fish. She didn't. Oh, wow, what a slap in the face. I took my things and cats and went to live with my grandmother. I felt at an all-time low. I had given up. I was drinking to be able to fall asleep and taking pills. Yeah, I've been there. It wasn't until I was video calling my boyfriend and he made me laugh. Suddenly, he began to cry. He said that for a second, I looked like myself again. This whole time, he was being strong for me, but that broke him. I decided to get myself together after that. I focused on school and went to therapy as often as I could. Living with my grandma was so good for me, too. My dad got a lot better after that, and we talked things out and forgave each other for the pain we caused. I moved in with him, and my cats are happily living with my grandma. I work at uni and pay for everything they need, and they have a catio. Oh, how cute. Because of them, I have been a few years volunteering in a cat shelter to help cats like them. Oh my gosh, this is it's so crazy, but so sweet at the same time. Everything seemed fine until almost 2 years ago. I kept little contact with my mom after that until she was given a very important position in the city she lives in. She's a politician. Oh, okay. A lot of people kept telling me how great it must be to have her as a mom, but I ignored it. Your mom's a politician? Oh, dang. Now I want to know who. It was always known that my mom never paid child support, and when she got that promotion, my dad sued her for many millions. In Chilean pesos, though. This just took a turn I did not see coming. It was all without the public knowing, but someone in my mom's city told someone on the radio and the story blew up. My mom even tried to use my social password to write something on my name to say that my dad was lying. She got mad when I said no and never talked to me again. She had to quit her job, but not after she posted things on her social media that had my name and social number to the public as revenge, as well as my sisters and dad's. Oh, your mom she is off her rocker. She is not even on planet Earth anymore. After that, I cut all contact with her. I don't blame you. It was a hard thing to do, but I am so much happier and calm in my life. I'm 25 years old, and this semester I am going to graduate as a mechanical engineer. That is amazing. Good for you. So proud of you, but at the same time, you're only 25 and you've had to deal with all of this. Oh my gosh. You're like wise beyond your years. I am still with my boyfriend. We have been together almost 6 years, and we are moving in together by the end of the year with my cats. Oh, are you gonna have a catio too? It's hard to cut a parent off, but I honestly feel like it was the best choice for me. She has hurt me so much in my life, and for that, she won't get to be a part of my life anymore. She won't be in my graduation. She won't see the person I am. That's her own fault. Eventually, she will only know my name. Thank you for reading this. I hope this will help someone who is struggling and maybe find comfort in not being alone. I will take this opportunity to say that if you are feeling like you may have depression or a bad mental health, please get help. It's a lot of work, but things will get better. Wow, what an amazing story. I hate calling them story because they're real. They're not fake, but what an amazing, what an amazing email. What you went through at such a young age, just all of this is unbelievable. And then she's a politician. What a twist at the end there. And what she says, she hits the nail right on the head. If anything is going on, please get help. If your mental state is bad, if you think you have depression or anything, please get help. It really does make a big difference, and you can get better. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me today to hear from our viewers. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to them. And we have a very, very good community here. I love my community so much. If you would like to have your voice heard, you can email me at samanthafisher1984@gmail.com. Until next time, I hope you guys have a fabulous day wherever you are in the world. I love you guys.